All right, welcome back. Let's get to work. So we got the contact page here. This is going to take a little bit of time. I think I'm going to, again, just copy the process, save. Let's move microphone back into view of my mouth. Contact. And let's remove everything we don't need. So we're keeping the CTA, removing the banner. I think I'm going to keep process. Wait, what is this? Oh, that's right. So we're going to get rid of info group. Actually, I want the landing from about. There we go. And then about, I'm going to take your CSS, or your less, I should say. Copy, new, save, process.less. Or, shoot. Contact less. Yes. Replace it. Bring it down here. CTA, we're going to close you up. We're just going to get this all ready to gut. Oops. Okay, let's just, I'm just cleaning everything up. I remove the factory. Cool, and everything's done. So let's open this up. Contact.css, and then we don't need an active class. So that's done. Save, open live server. Remove view. Put you over here. And contact landing. Let's make a smaller one. Let's do 500. Contact, contact, contact. And you are 655 and 939. Cool. So there's that. And then what I want to do, let's make this as high. Let's just send this down. I need to put 200. So I think I'm going to have like overlap the sections. So right now, let's just create a let's create our sections now. I just wanted to get that sorted out. So this is going to be the form. actually. It's all one gigantic. I wonder. Okay, so this might change things. So yeah, this won't make sense to keep on mobile. Gosh, I think I have to include it in here. So I'll put this in a content container because I need these. I'm going to be flexing these. I'm going to do that. I need to put my form in there, and this shouldn't be too bad. Let me just grab one of my other forms. I never write a form from scratch. I just borrow HTML. I don't know. Let's do Caselli. I always use Caselli for everything. Contact. All right, let's grab my form. And plop it in there. There we go. All right, so that's the form. So with every input now, you should be using a label. Okay. I'm wondering, I don't think I need, do I need my hover box? Yeah, I'll probably have my hover box. So every input needs a label. And sometimes, like especially this one, if you have side-by-sides, you just wrap your form in a div so that you can put your label with it. But she didn't use a label, so I'm gonna have to make room for one and add one because that's good accessibility. Because when you click on the form, this goes away, this placeholder goes away, and you don't know what you're on anymore. So we're gonna have our name, email, phone, and I don't think we need location. How did you hear about us? Do I want to keep that? Let's just leave it. Let's stick to the design. I'm not going to do a captcha because it pisses people off. And I use Netlify for hosting, and they do my form handling, and they have a spam filter anyway. And some people even still get through this. So here's our form. H2. Well, this is going to be an H3 now because we already have an H2. So tab index 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Just make sure my tab indexes are all in line. So we're going to make one full width. We're going to make these two 260 wide, and this is going to be full width. And then we're going to float this over. So it shouldn't be terribly complicated. And now we're going to do our frequently asked questions. So it looks like we got a unique one here. Wondering. Should I just grab it? I mean, I already did it. Why should I do it again? It's kind of the same. only difference is we have a border and a chevron. So we need a chevron flat icon, chevron right, or just chevron. Doesn't really matter. Rotating it anyway. Let's do. Unless she's already given me chevrons. I export this as an SVG. Okay, it's got a path and a fill. So yeah, this is a legit SVG. So save as chevron. Gotcha. Okay. So we'll just change that, and then we'll add our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's double this up. And make it 8. And I'm going to take the CSS. This is what's nice about the way I code. Oh, we don't need this. As I could just grab it all and move it to another one. I can grab all that CSS and come over to here and right here. There it is. I got all my media queries for it, so I can make it do whatever I need to, and it's going to look the same. See, I just don't have the JS, but it basically looks the same. Now we're going to remove this, and there's that. So let's get started with this mayhem. We don't have a landing image. Picture is going to be display none for now. Let's get this form going. So landing, I'm just going to have a separate one for the form because I don't want to go up and down that thing. Contact. Okay, so I want it to be width of 96%. I know that. Margin has to be auto, so I can center it. Max width 655. And its background is this. I know that much. And we're going to have some padding. And a border radius. No, that appears to be a square. Okay, and we're going to go into here. So our H3 is going to be this color. Font size of 36 to 20M. And height of 1.2, 1.3M. Okay, and we got that. And why is that not happening? Oh, because margin auto is resetting it. So margin auto resets everything. So afterwards, I have to add that. Okay, now we got that separated. Input with 45%, or with 100%. Right, background is transparent, border, none. I don't know what this height is. I'm gonna have to just estimate. Usually it's 50. I think I'm gonna remove the placeholders. I don't think we need it. They're just cluttering everything. There we go. All the placeholders are gone. Border bottom. Pixel solid. And that. And it's 30% opaque. Whoops. And I think this is a less function for like gradients or opacities like this. Instead of doing RGB. See that? You just do fade, so I pick the color I want and I want to fade it. So yeah, this is a less thing, so this is why I like to use less. It's got some cool things in it. Let's see. Margin bottom. 5. Get some space there. Let's do 40 all. No, 50. $60. There we go. And I think I want white 5%. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do away with the border and do this because this is more intuitive. And then our labels, display block, bottom, let's do, what's our font size? 18. And I think I'd like to make these bold. Let's double that margin. Okay, so black works. And then copy this. I have to do the same thing, but for text area. but our min height is going to be, I don't know, 200. And our padding top, let's see, 65. $55. Let's just do top and bottom like that. So this is top and bottom, this is left and right. All right. And this button. Just get rid of that border on it. Transform is going to be capitalized. For some reason, it's not supposed to be. Font size 18. Space 0.05M. Okay, and that's that. Let's make it 98. Yeah, just a little better. 99. There we go. I want to line that up. Okay, so now let's grow this and see how it looks. You know, I wonder if I should just center these. I think I need to center them. Center you. Center you. And center you. That's better. It's on tablet. I mean, can I get away with this? Oh, I even forgot to do these little guys, damn it. Alright, let's do these things. So they're going to be in their own little div because I have to push them and arrange them. So, oh, actually, we don't even need this CTA, so that's gone. And then we're going to do contact group. So we got group. Span. Span.green. And then we got the link. We're just going to copy that 3 times. Call us. And then this one is where we're going to grab. This is probably an SVG, so I'm just going to take it. Okay, and inside of here, we're going to have an image tag. All right, so we got this one, and this one. And since these are links with no text, what we need to do for accessibility is aria label to visit Facebook. There. And then we have to do it again for Google, Instagram. Visit Instagram. And then we need to do our usual loading equals lazy. Decoding equals async. Width is 11. Height is 17. Width is 16. 19. And alt is Facebook. Instagram. And since these are just decorative, they don't need to know. So aria hidden equals true. The screen reader, we don't need to bother the screen reader with this because it's just decorative. So we're going to also, so the aria label will tell that when it hovers over the A, it's going to tell it what it is, and it's going to skip over this image because it does not need to read the image as well because the aria label already fully describes it. So that's how we do that. And let's put these guys together. Let's close you up. We don't need you. So, contact group. Contact center, line items center. Let's wrap. I want it to wrap. And then the group. With, I don't know, auto. Dot green. You. I think it's primary. Text transform uppercase. Letter spacing 0.045 M. That's 4%. Oh no, it's 4%, not 0.5. So it's actually 0.045 M. Weight, bold, on family, enter, Arial, sans serif, font size, 14 divided by 20. And by A. size 18. Line height 2M. Yeah, I think that's 2M. Yeah. It's railway, regular. Alright, let's see what that looks like. And then green needs to be display block. Next line left. And text. So they're all underlined, so we're going to remove the text decoration. None. Okay. And for A's with an image, okay, so the first A with an image width is 11 divided by 18. Height is 17 divided by 18. Second one is going to be 16 and 19. Okay, good. Now 3 and 20. Well, they actually fit together. Margin top 80. And group. Let's do space between. And a max width 547. I gotta fix this P, this width 65. That's not getting me. Yeah, 95. 90. There's that. There's that. There's that. All right. Now we're talking. We gotta add margin auto. You see it's pulling to the left. Get back over there. Get back over there. Also, this first one, let's do margin right, like 10. Push that over a little bit. And are these just on top of each other? Yeah, these are just on top of each other. That's 1024. I think 1200 is what I'm gonna. Yeah, I think 1200 is what I'm gonna do it. All right, flex up. Let's go. Display lock. Actually, why am I even doing this? I'm overwriting all these properties that I'm not even going to use. So now that we are on desktop, 655, 939 with 655, 939. That's where you are. Display left content. It's between. Interesting. Oh, it's still getting some values from here. And we can just eliminate this. And we can eliminate this. It's getting it from 48. There we go. Now you're where you're supposed to be. Dinner's done. So I'm gonna wrap up this section, and then I'm gonna go eat it. Picture H2. That's H1. Text line left. Margin left 0. Margin left 0. Text line left. And this picture, I'm going to scale you down as well. This even having an effect. So content, container. Now we have content. There we go. I had to set that min width. And then my group, my contact group, inside content. And left is 0, so you're pushed over there. There we go. So actually, I'm gonna go get dinner now. I'll be right back. It's gonna be another quick cut. Okay, I'm back. It's the next day for me, so just playing catch up with what I did before, and I think this is where we left off, and we got these guys. We still have to add the JavaScript and stuff for that, but I think this one, these inputs are supposed to be 50%. So on my contact, they're going to be email. So here's email. We're going to do with 50 for the class. Okay, and what is this? Is it 1200 that we're doing this? No, I think on a tablet we can do it. Okay, so we set these in groups so that when we do 50%, their labels stay with them, because we want this label to stay with this input, And it's totally fine to wrap your inputs in a div so that you can arrange and structure them. So if we're in the landing, 48, or no, do we have a form one? Where are y'all getting your stuff at? Landing contact, okay. So here, oops, we have a separate landing contact. And I want width 50, the width 45%. And display inline. Cool. And then, so now we have that. Now we gotta do something about this guy. So I wonder. Let's flex this. Flex direction column, so up and down. I think no row. So we're gonna keep row. Justify content space between. Also flex wrap. This is wrapping. So with that, let's make our H2 split block with 100%. Oh, it's an H3. There you go. So that pushes that. And then we want our text area with 100%. Split block. Neat. Okay. There it is. Okay, so there's that. And I want full name. Let's get this one. Full name. There we go. So when I'm doing this, when it's display block and with 100%, it pushes everybody out. All right, and now I can use this flex space between to create the space between these guys, and everybody that needs to be block level and on their own, I set display block with 100%, and flex wrap just wraps it to the next line. So that's that. I think that looks fine. Okay, good enough for me. And now so I know this overlaps it, but let's get this figured out first. Frequently asked questions. Okay, so this is going to be the tricky one. Let's go ahead and get these in here. And there we go, all 8 of those. So let's start backwards. Let's start here. So right away, this is off. This has to be typed to the line left. Yeah. Okay, FAQ. button. Oh, I got a line. So this is a display flex. Why is this not working? Why is this text align not working? FAQ. Oh, is that item open? There we go. There's the button. Left. Oh, whoops. That's not it. That's better. That's what we want. Okay, and we want this chevron. So I'm going to grab my pseudo as background. And we don't need an after, so we're going to remove that. We're going to have this before, and it's going to be chevron SVG. And its height and width is 12 and 20. So width is 12 divided by, I want to say, okay, 24. Is 20 divided by 24m. There's that. And we're going to do relative like we did last time. Line block so that it pushes it. And this has a margin right of 39. We don't need our top and left value. So vertical line middle. Let's see if that works. Okay, so we got that. Interesting that some of these are, okay, so I got a red, something's off. Did I delete something? So this is giving me a flag. I don't know what it would be. Let's just backpedal until the infraction is gone. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Something happened here. Oh, we got a trailing slash right there. Okay, everything else is good, but why? There's like two of them in here. Do you see that? Is that? Looks like there's another. Something else is in there. I don't know what. Why are they so random? Okay, well, that's just weird. I don't know why I'm having this problem. This is 661 by 17. This is 9. What's with the variety? Okay, these all have the same font sizes. Contain, right? Is it middle? Is that the problem? No. Is it because it's before? Do I need to put after? No. This is bothering me, actually. Why is they should all be even, and I don't know why. Site. Okay, if I blow this up, you see that? There's like an arrow in there. I don't know what that is. Like there's something else inside of it. But what? Like you see that arrow? What the hell is that? I'm gonna check my images and I'm just gonna open it up. And where's Neotex? Images. Okay, when I open it up, that's what it looks like. Something else is in there, and it's really bugging me. Like I don't get it. I really don't get. Why is there another freaking plus in there, or another arrow going the other way? Is it? Honestly, I don't know what it is. This is so weird. So I think I'm left using an image tag, which I don't want to, but I must. Okay, I got all these guys. And we're going to hide these from screen readers. And let's see if this does what we want it to do first before I add them to a whole bunch. Okay, so we got 2 of them here. Image inside button is width of 12 divided by 24m. Height is 20 divided by 24m. And margin right is 39 divided by 24m. Okay, those seem to work, so I really don't know what was going on with these pseudos. I just got to do this. I mean, which is totally fine and normal, but I was just trying to make the markup a little cleaner and not have to do the image. And like, I mean, you can inline, it's an SVG, so you can inline it and just put the SVG code in here, but that just makes things really freaking messy, especially when you have a ton of them. So I just like to serve them up as image tags. And so what if it's a couple extra HTTP requests? I have so few requests on my websites that it's negligible if I add a bunch of superfluous image tags. So that's fine. Okay, so we got these guys. Now let's grab the JavaScript FAQ. And let's make a new one just to work in. This is going to be contact FAQ. Link to it. That's another thing. We gotta give a padding to these P's. A little more. So if it's 39 plus the width of the chevron, so it should be 39 plus 12 is 49, so 51. Yeah, there you go. That's about even right there. Math. So we have we have item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go, and then in our contact FAQ, so we got all of these. So we need to grab the other buttons. And I know this is a lot, but you know, I'm not good enough at JavaScript to know what I'm doing with a for loop or anything. I'm not going to waste my time. So I'm just going to do a little extra work and just do it manually without any loops. So judge me if you want. Go ahead. I mean, everyone writes their code differently, but I mean, it's not like I'm writing a huge amount of JavaScript to the point that it's detrimental to the performance and page speed. It's just a light. It's just a little bit. So we're just setting event listeners on all the buttons and all the individual items. And now I just copy and paste these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. And that should do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, that's it. That's all. And we're done. So, I mean, feel free to let me know how I can improve that kind of workflow. But for right now, I'm fine. I'm fine doing it doing it my stupid way. I'm fine. So margin bottom. Let's remove this margin bottom from this last li. Or this item last of type. Why last of type margin bottoms? Why? There we go. 75, 75. All right. So we got that. Now let's make it bigger and see what happens. That's fine. And that's even fine. I think at 1024 is when we're going to do something else. Okay, so yeah, we didn't do anything for tablet. So it's container. Let me see what we got going on here. I don't think we need to do this. You don't need to flex it. You're going to stay right here. And okay, FAQ. Actually, how big does this need to be? I'm going to say 100%. And we're going to do columns. So we're going to make 2 columns. And I think we need to set the widths. So 556. Item FAQ. Well, no, item is inside FAQ, so it should go underneath FAQ. Oh, I think I also got a max width that I got to deal with. That's why it wasn't moving. Okay, so what's neat about the column, it's when you need 2 separate columns, instead of having to do anything weird with flex or spacing, you just use columns. And it's really easy, actually. That's just the only caveat is you get all this extra space. What if I do auto? Yeah, so you got all this extra space. Oh, and we forgot to do these puppies. So 100 and let's do padding. Let's do a padding on the button, right? This is going to be fundamental, so this is going to be on the first iteration of the button. So on the button here, on this button, what is it? Is that on my item? It's my item. Okay, I got to remove the margin on the item. We don't need that. We're not going to have margins on here. So, so the button is going to be $119, if that's what I remember correctly. 119 up and down, and then we have a border. Let's do a border top. This. When we do that, oh, is this also 20%? Nah, you see the problem. So they're only going at the width of the button. So my button okay, so now my buttons are 100% width. Oh, I can't do line height. See, when I jump on 2 lines, it's really freaking high. So let's just change this to height. There we go, because I got them flexed, so they're in the center of their container. And then so we're missing. We need on these guys. So I mean, since it's going to stay 4, and nth of type 4 and number 8. We're going to choose 4 and number 8, and y'all are going to have a special border bottom. And that didn't work. Oh, that's because it's individual items. So I need to go into here because the buttons are inside of each item, right? So I need to select the nth of type item because that otherwise it's not going to work on the button. So item, nth of type, button, border bottom, and there it is. So now we got our border bottoms, and I think everybody is taken care of. So frequently asked questions. Font size 64 divided by 20M. Just straight up go there. Width 100%. There's the line. Right. Max width 100%. And I'm trying to think. Maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe width can stay 575. And then margin left auto, margin right 0. There we go, because it's a block level element. So when auto is on the left, it will push all the way. And when there's no margin on the right, it's just going to go all the way here. If there was an auto on right, this would also be pushing. And they're both pushing equally, which is why it gets centered. Now I got to figure out how to make sure this is... So like, these guys have to line up. Width of 677, okay. Max width 677, so maybe I have that thing off 677. Oh darn. Yeah, this should not go on mobile. That's why we're seeing this. See that double line right there? I should have put this on desktop only. Okay. So we're missing a gap here. How wide is this supposed to be? 1403. There we go. I just had to scale it down a little more. So you got some extra space in there. And now when we click on it, okay, these P's, these open P's, need a margin bottom. Let's try 25. You see what's happening? The P has a margin bottoms as showing up. It should not be. There you go. I need to do it on the open. There we go. That looks better. Oh, and you see what happens? It's like it's jumping. Right. Gosh, darn it. Because that's okay. So yeah, when this pushes, it's going to rotate. It's going to flip to the next column. That changes things, because then my other option, I have to wrap each one in a div, and then flex them between each other so that these only change their heights in their containers. Oh gosh, darn it. All right, that might have to be what I have to do. And that's fine. It's not like it shouldn't take too much work. Dot FAQ left. I don't think it's going to take up a lot of work. I don't think I have to redo a lot. And yeah, that looks fine. There we go. So on FAQ, let's take off the columns. So the FAQ left. So FAQ, this needs to need to flex things. So display flex, justify content, space between. What am I, an idiot? All right. Okay, so now we got those flexed. Cool. And now they work. There we go. Now they're not going to be bumping into everybody else's. That's better. Okay, and now let's clean up this. So padding top is 118. Okay. And the margin bottom is 54. All right. And padding bottom is 136. And then we got to make this guy overlap. So there should be 144 between the two. I don't think we're going to do any overlapping right now. I think at 1500. $16, that's where I'll do it. So at 1600, we're going to pull section below. I'm just going to start with some numbers. I'm just going to keep going until I get a line here. Or I can just eyeball it. I mean, And eyeballing it's fine because I think this length is not going to be the same because I did different things. And this looks about right. I don't need to get too crazy with it. And I think I added this. I think this is just added in here. And I think I'll accept it. And that's it. I think that's it for the contact page. Let's blow you up. Oh, we got to add some hover states here. Let's do a little. I'm gonna do something a little creative. Find that contact group. No, that's in landing. Okay, yeah, that's up here. Contact group A. Just the regular hover, just text, decoration, underline. Like these don't need to be fancy, but I'm gonna get fancy with these guys. I'm just gonna add a tag class there so I can target it specifically. Social A and hover. So when we hover over the social link, rotate on the y-axis 360 degrees, and when you do, I want it to look 3D. So when we want it to look 3D, on the thing that is spinning, you need to have transform style and preserve 3D. And then on its parent, you need to put perspective. I usually just use 700 pixels. That's good enough for me. And then let's add the transition. Transform 0.4 seconds. And then have to display inline block. Oh, it's not working. Cool. Social A on hover, transform, rotate Y. Oh, I just forgot to spell transition. Oh, transform. Let's see if we're missing something. So if I change the color to primary, okay, that's not even getting picked up. So we're messing up somewhere. Why is it not working? So group. Oh, that's because social is not a class inside of group. It is on the same level as group. So that explains that. So let's close group and put it after. Oh, that's right, I can't do color because it's an image. What is that? That's not. I want you to spin. Transition perspective. I got my perspective. I got my transform style. rotating on the y-axis. I don't know why this should be easy. Wonder if something has to be preventing it. I click on it when I do the hover test. What is it getting? What styles is it getting? Okay, it looks like it doesn't like this transition. Did I do something wrong? It says invalid property value. Oh, there it is. I wonder why it stretches all weird. Let's see, A. I guess you see it too, right? It's like it like stretches. So let's instead of flipping the A, let's just flip the image inside the A. Let's see if that works. So on hover image, you're going to transform. Spreading line block. And then the transition is going to go on the image because that's the one that's transitioning, not the A. All right, that seems to, no, that doesn't fix it at all. Let's see what happens. So when I hover over it, when I hover over A, the height is 1614. When I remove the hover, the image is still, okay, it's still 1614. So why are you, yeah, see, oh, why is it like popping and stretching? I don't know. But that's just, so there you go. We just do a little flip and it looks all 3D because we add perspective on the immediate container parent. And then on it, we add, on the thing that is doing the 3D thing, we use preserve 3D. And that's really all you need to know for making 3D things happen. That's the basic right there. So let me see. I think we're done. Oh, this submit button's got to move. Let's see, what are you? Form submit. There you go. So what's happening here is this button is actually display inline block, and it's inside of this p tag. I don't know why I put it in a p tag, but I read somewhere that you do that to make it easier. I don't know. And this is the p tag, right? So I set its margin left to be 0, and text align left. And when a container has a text align on it, left, center, or right, any inline or inline block element inside will obey it. So that's what happened here. So you got that. I want to hover. Yeah, we don't have a hover over this. Let's make a hover. Let's grab that green. There's that. Okay, and transition order seconds, and we need to do this on the text area. There we go. Oh, that's weird. Why is it going all black? I think I gotta set it. I gotta preset it. So let's set the border to already be a value, but we're just increasing the opacity. And that's better. For some reason, it's like it has like a default black or something, and it was like popping up and then changing. So instead, I just set a border, and then on hover, that border changes to something else, which is this. So it was opacity of 0, now it's 50. And I think that's it. Oh no, we're forgetting. So when we're on click, this has to rotate. So FAQ. So an item open button before that should be image, and that should be 45. So now we gotta go to button, image, transition, transform, wait, 4 seconds. Oh, I think it's gotta be 90. 45 not enough. 90. That's too slow. It's 2.2. There it is. Nice and easy. Jeez, everybody's hitting me up. The wife is texting, work is texting. So, yeah, there we go. I think that's everything. So this is the contact page, nice and easy. Nothing too crazy. So the next video, I think I'm going to combine it, animations and dark mode. So we'll set up dark mode first, and then we will add our animations. And then after that, we'll do our optimizations and making sure that this is scoring 100 out of 100 on page speed. So there we go. Yeah, nice and neat. So I'll see you guys in the next video.